Yeah, they've been looking over me, but yeah, man, I appreciate it, bro. Like,
I always said that when we first collab, and I'm not
mm-hmm,
talking about like on a panel like junk. I'm just talking about like me and you.
mm-hmm,
I never wanted to be live streaming.
yeah,
Like I never wanted it to be in the boxes. You know what I'm saying? I
mm-hmm,
wanted it to be in person. And that's why, and I kept telling, I said, "Yo, March, we knocking that junk out, March." And I just had to fit that junk in, and I was doing the puzzles. And as soon as I found an opening, I'm like, "Yo, hey, I'm coming. You coming through this weekend?"
word.
You know what I'm saying? But um, I'm kind of the boxes is cool because it's more convenient, and I can always tap in with the people.
Mm-hmm.
But me personally, I'm starting to find myself burned out from the
The
boxes.
boxes.
So I do them because I like connecting with the people, but I prefer even I don't give a fuck what it costs me. I prefer to have people in studio
Yeah,
and cooking up
it's.
that way.
But you know what I noticed? Like when you have this, the conversation is
Yeah,
more honest.
yeah, it is.
It's more honest. It's more organic. When you're in those little boxes, like people will say the craziest shit to you. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll
Yeah,
just be
yeah.
like, "Yo," like certain people. I ain't gonna say no names, but certain people be like, "Fuck you, angry man. I'll do X, Y, Z," and it's like, bruh, like, are you serious? Like,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
if you're in person, that type of energy is it's
yeah.
not there. You know what
It's
I'm
not.
saying?
It's
Like, you
not.
don't have that in your mind, right? Like last night, like the vibe, like yo, the
Yeah, it was
what's
chill.
what's the what's the name of that show that you call it?
Money and relationships. I
Money
think
and
I'm gonna
relation.
change the name of it because it's gonna. Eventually, I'm gonna get it to the point to where I think it's gonna be its own entity,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna probably move it off of the answer. I don't know. I'll be having all these crazy ideas, but yeah, it's just money and relationships. And that
Word.
was the 11th episode that we shot last night. Yep.
Yeah, that vibe is cool.
Yeah, and but you know what? Even with that, it took me a minute to even build the team
Mm.
because I was going through different people,
Mm-hmm.
and this would work, and then that would work, and then I was like, well, that combination not making sense. And then once I got the people that I thought that represented the different things, and they was able to they started building a chemistry together. I was like, all right, I got
Yo,
it.
when I first saw you do this format,
Yeah,
right? I was like, yo, like Anton doing the show.
yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute, does that say don't do coke in the bathroom?
That's his own channel.
I said, bro, I said, yo, you got a sign that says please don't do coke in the bathroom.
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, I was bugging out. And then on top of that, you got my man over there,
Oh,
the
that
the
right
Heath
here.
Ledger, yeah,
Yeah,
with the
that's my guy.
Godfather. But yeah, man, when I saw that, I was like, yeah, but see, that's what I was talking about
Yeah,
when I said people doing innovating.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Instead of the same old thing, because anybody can. I mean, cats done made it so easy. To bury the entry is nothing. Like you can start a live stream and have 100 people
yep,
and start making money right away.
yep.
Like niggas couldn't do that before.
They couldn't.
Like
They
they could
couldn't.
not do that before. That was
Well, even
man.
Fight Club, I didn't. That was just on some like, yo, we. It was late. It was like, I think it was like the biggest drinking day of the year. Somewhere around Thanksgiving, and I just had this eerie feeling like somebody I knew was gonna get arrested for a DUI, and I was just like, yo, why don't y'all just stay online? I'll live stream tonight. We'll just stay up because I usually would stay up and work overnight anyway. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And so it just kind of turned into its own entity, and a lot of more people kept finding out about it and finding out about it, and I would just start the live stream, and I'd be like, listen, y'all know the first rule of Fight Club is we don't really talk about Fight Club, and then it just turned into its own thing. You know what I'm saying? Now it's its own entity, and it just does what it does, and but people don't appreciate it though.
Yo, Fight Club is different.
It is. It's
It's
a
different, bro. Like,
it's
yo, people.
you want me to tell you where I really got the idea, like once it started popping off.
Mm,
Clubhouse.
oh,
So I took a trip down to during the pandemic. I
mm,
drove down to Miami from Detroit. It was almost a 24-hour drive. And what happened was because I needed to take a car down there,
mm-hmm.
and because it was the pandemic, everything was shut down. I couldn't find a shipping company that would actually ship my car down there because I was gonna go live down there for like 4 months or some shit during the winter. And
Or
so I said, skip it. I'm gonna just drive my car down there. And that was around the time where Clubhouse started blowing up, and Clubhouse kept me awake
word.
because I was so engaged the whole time. I never got sleepy on the way down, so I just did a straight drive. What I realized was like, I said, yo, people is on here talking and they addicted. Once Fight Club started, I said, well, people on here talking and they addicted, but we don't even know who these motherfuckers look like.
Mm-hmm.
When they do Fight Club, they can cam up and we can get a sense of who they look like. So this is the better version of Clubhouse in real time.
Mm-hmm.
And we just gonna rock it out all night long on the weekends and see what happened. And that, it turned into its own thing. And then it became a proving ground.
Bro.
If you don't know how to talk, if you don't know how to sustain, you're gonna get ate up. And then you
Bro.
start seeing white girls and junk coming up and all kind of junk.
People don't be ready for Fight Club, bro.
They don't.
They come over there and it just be like what's the one chick, Zara.
I don't think I've ever really talked to her.
Yeah, she came over to one of our shows or whatever. She's like, she's got that accent. She's like, I was talking to Angryman, and Angryman was on Fight Club, and he was cursing me out, and I'm like, yo, because it's Fight Club, like it's a whole different animal.
It is.
Like I go over there, I got my sword ready, I got my armor on, because I already know somebody gonna come up there with the shits.
Yeah. What about what do you think about YouTube beef in a general sense? Like, what do you think about all of these people that wind up beefing with each other? Like they be really feeling some type of way and wanting to like do stuff to people. What do you think about beef on YouTube?
It's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's super bullshit because most of the people that's on YouTube, they're not cut from that cloth. They don't come from that lifestyle. They're not gonna bust a grape in a fruit fight. They're not gonna do none of that. Cause I done had so many people tell me what they're gonna do to me. And it's just got to the point where it's like, word, that's what you're gonna do? Okay. Like it's goofy because at the end of the day, like, ain't nobody gonna do nothing to nobody.
Nope.
And if you do, it'd be the dumbest shit in the world because it's documented that you was beefing with the person. You literally was online going back and forth with the person. That's a slam dunk for a district attorney. You going to prison.
100%.
Quick.
100%.
Do not pass go. And it's like, yo, my thing is, Kevin had the best policy when it come to that. He was like, don't beef with nobody.
Yeah.
Don't beef with nobody. Like, I used to when somebody said something crazy about me, I would put them on the Summer Jam screen. I would literally I would do a whole show just going in. I did one show about this dude. I was playing Lenny Williams the whole time.
Yeah.
And I was pretending to be the dude singing Lenny Williams because he was simping for a chick. And I clowned him the whole time, right? And the funny thing about it is back in the day, I want to say, what was it, 2017? 2017, me and Kevin would talk on the phone all the time, right?
Yeah.
So every time I roasted somebody, Kev would call me up. He's like, what's going on, Angryman? I'm like, nothing much, man. What's good with you, Kev? He's like, man, you got to stop beefing with these cats.